Hi everybody, today I am taking a look at the Simply Yours Day Planner from Planned and Proper. It says Simply Yours Day Planner, creating a disciplined lifestyle. This was totally a planner that was recommended to me and I am excited to look at it. One of the things I really like about this particular planner is that you can actually order it for 12 months. Their 18-month is sold out, but if you want to get their weekly planner, their 12-month planner, they currently have multiple versions of the planner. There's January through December, February through January, March through February, April through March, and then an undated version. I have the January through December version of it. I have the vertical layout. They also have a horizontal and a daily layout, and you can have them put your name down on this planner belongs to page if you want to for no extra cost. I didn't do that because I figured I'd be giving this away. The planner is $48. The daily is $58 US, and I paid $10 for shipping. It shipped out relatively quickly, and it came packaged really nicely, which I don't have the packaging with me. Honestly, I think packaging really nicely with the planner is cool, but I am most interested in the planner itself. Now, according to the website, it takes about 5 to 7 business days for it to ship. It's meant to be more than a calendar for your appointments. It's also supposed to be something to help you decide how you want to spend your time. 7x9, the paper is 70-pound, ultra smooth, that minimizes bleed through. It says on the website that most pens shouldn't show through at all. We'll see how that goes with the pen test later in the video. 70 plus double-sided pages with weekly layouts, hardcover, gold metal coil binding, 14 tabs, 2-page monthly calendar spread, extra journal pages, space for vacation planning, space for monthly expenses, goal-setting worksheets, and year in review pages. So let's take a look at it. I got the floral cover. I think it's called the garden cover. It is absolutely beautiful. A lot of their covers, like most of their covers, are very aesthetically pleasing. It's a very Instagrammable planner, I would say. The coil is really nice and thick and hardcore. I just think it looks stunning. It's almost like it has like a sheen to it, but it almost doesn't feel super duper shiny. The cover is hard with the gold brackets here on the corners, and they're kind of like scalloped. They're really pretty. The foiling on the cover is also a little bit raised. And then on the back cover is a continuation of the pattern with the Planned and Proper logo, and I love the like detail of the one little like leaf kind of coming over it. That makes it feel really thoughtful to me as just a designer. I have someone with a designer heart. Let's open it up. Inside is cream. Paper is ultra smooth, like very smooth. This planner belongs to, and it's got kind of a polka dot pattern where the dots are actually like little diamonds. Here's your little welcome letter from the person who made like the founder of the company. Here is 2022 holidays. It's got a handful of Jewish holidays. A lot of them look to be like US holidays. It's kind of like a mixture of holidays. It's not a super extensive list, but there is a few interesting holidays in here, like National Ice Cream Day. So, and then one thing I've noticed is that the Thanksgiving right here is in a different font. That's interesting. All right. These are for 2022. These are for 2023. Then you have a 2022 and a 2023 overview calendar with a Sunday start. Also note this paper is kind of a cream color. Then we've got big plans and projects. You have space for every month with 4 lines, and the lines are like a terracotta color, which seems to be very similar to kind of the color, kind of like a peachy terracotta that they use for some of the colors of the months. Vacation planning. There's room for 2 vacations here, which is probably more than I'm able to take. With destination, date, lodging, travel fees, car rental, gas, airfare, and then itinerary. 2 pages of website passwords, which I would never use, and I will always mention this in any video purely because I think the idea of writing down all your passwords in one place where somebody could steal them is really foolish. Your monthly bills. So I guess this is sort of like the ones that are on a recurring basis. It gives you a bunch of different bills, subscriptions, credit cards, and other, how much they usually cost, and the date due. And then over here is the same kind of list of bills that you can check off when they get paid each month. And then you have a full other page of the same thing just for more bills. So like here's some of your recurring bills from this worksheet, but then you also have a whole another list of bills that you could pay. Notes page lined with like all the print is in kind of a medium tone gray with the text being in a darker gray. Another notes page. And then here is your goals section. Organize your goals around your dreams. So the paper for the tabs feels very similar to the regular paper. And then there is a laminated tab. You have a page to brainstorm your big ideas. Another spot to brainstorm where you can kind of break it into sections. There is a prioritization. I guess like you could brainstorm here, then start putting your ideas here in these squares. Then on the next page, you have the same square layout, but there's like a faint number on the back of each square that you can use to prioritize the ideas that you have. This page is to start you going with writing your goals and your dreams. It talks about setting your intentions and then writing out your long-term goals. And then a whole bunch of tips on how to do that. This page talks more about short-term goals and action steps. And then we have some pages to set your goals. So we have body and wellness. It looks like for each of these pages, we've got long-term goal or multiple goals in this big box with a timeline. Break it down into short-term goals and then break those down into action steps to take with timelines underneath all of them. So that's for each page. And then there's a category for each page. So this category is body and wellness, social and friendships. And I just realized my nails match that. I'm getting them redone today. Career and business, financial, family, home and household, spiritual, faith and intuition, creativity, education, and interests, long-term goals at a glance. So this is all of those 8 categories, and you're just rewriting all of your long-term goals here. Your favorite new quote, and then your actions. Write down 5 significant action steps you can take to move you towards the direction of your goals. So what habit will you change? What will it take for you to make your plans a reality? You don't have to be perfect. You have to be consistent. So it gives you 5 spaces. The numbers here, much like on that other page with the squares, are very, very, very faint. Most of the headline text is also a very pale color. A lot of the basic stuff in this planner seems to be fairly easy to read if you have some vision difficulties, but there are aspects to this planner thus far that are going to be hard to read. Notes page, and then we get into January. This divider, unlike the goals divider, feels like a coded cardstock. January notes and to-dos, it's a list, and there is a tiny checkbox down the side of this list. Here's your January calendar with a Sunday start. It has some holidays in here. The squares are fairly big, and the font appears really pretty for January 22. There's a things to do list on the side, and then the previous month and the upcoming month little calendar. Then we get into your weeks, and it doesn't give you December. It just starts with January. So you have a notes page because there would have been week here and 2 bonus columns for lists before your week starts. We're going to open it to a full week. So here's your full week. Month at the top. You have a vertical column, which is 1.5 inches across. It's lined, and there are tiny check boxes down the sides. If you convert this to an hourly, there's 20 lines, so you could convert it to a 10-hour hourly with half hours. But you have a full space for every single day of the week. You have a notes column here that is not lined. It's just divided into 3 sections, and then 2 more notes sections down here that are lined, and then the Sunday column has the little calendar of January at the bottom. It looks like the holidays are also written in on the weekly spreads. This paper is really smooth. Notes page, blank notes page, and then the areas you focused on this month, and it has your 8 goal areas with a little checkbox on the side and a note to remember your why. On the back, it's your goals follow-up page. So what areas did you focus on? What did you hope to accomplish? What 3 things did you accomplish this month? What bad habits did you want to break? What good habits do you want to carry forward? What makes you feel energized and connected to this process? What will you commit to the following month? I just figured out why the font is throwing me off. On these top areas, the font that was used, the capital letters and the quote lowercase is actually still capital letters, just smaller. But then the bottom ones are capital letters and actual lowercase letters. It just feels like a poor design choice. Like, did they miss something? So it looks like for every month, there is not a quarterly quarterly refresh or quarterly check-in. It's just the monthly stuff. And it looks like there are 4 colors, that kind of terracotta peachy color, a navy blue, a beigey color, and a light blue that just repeat. Except they don't exactly repeat because the colors, okay, let me rephrase. There's 4 colors that get used throughout the planner, not necessarily repeating. And then at the end of December, after your monthly stuff and your notes, you have a year in review for your goals, and it just gives you a space for every single area of life to kind of check in for the end of the year, see how you did. Blank page. And then we have the notes section, which is lined, very classy looking, it's very pretty. And then a blank page at the end. We have a little pocket here. It's kind of like a half pocket, not a full pocket. And then we have the back of the planner, hardcover. So let's test this paper out. We'll do it right here on the back. For my pen test, I have a Pentel Needle Tip 07 gel pen, a Pitt Artist Pen fine liner, a Tombow dual brush pen, a Zig clean color dot marker, and a Zebra mild liner. So sometimes with really smooth paper, I get worried with a marker when you put it down and it kind of glistens like it's sitting on top of the paper for a second, so it's going to smear. I was worried this was going to happen with this, but instead it looked like it really soaked in right away. So this will probably be a very left-hand friendly paper, but we have shadowing on both pens. We have a bleed through on the Zig marker where it goes down with the heavier hand, and then a little bit of bleed with the highlighter and at the tip of the Tombow where it gets set down. So this paper does soak up marker fairly well. The pens, there is like very little, if any, ridging with the gel pen, and I am heavy-handed, but there is some shadowing. So you'll have some shadowing with this paper, and I would be very careful with markers because the paper just seems to suck it up, which is an indicator of bleed. So there is that. Let's talk about this planner. This planner is, it's very, okay. It is absolutely aesthetically pleasing. It's very stunning. The layouts are very kind of crisp and classic looking. The colors are really like lovely. The cover is gorgeous. The coil is nice. The paper is not my favorite, but it's a really pretty like cream paper that goes with the aesthetic of the planner. I think the biggest issue I have with this planner is that there are some like weird like font mistakes in it where like it just looks like a style didn't carry over or something, and it threw me off. But if that won't bother you, this is a solid, beautiful vertical planner that has goal setting. It has some bill pay stuff in it. It's not super girthy. So if you want something that has a lot of features but isn't like one of those chonky ass planners, then this might be a good one for you. It's also like very Instagrammable, but there are some drawbacks to it, I think. I will give this planner away. Keep an eye on the YouTube community tab. I'll be doing some big giveaways in the next couple of months, so keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this planner as well as any planners you would like me to take a look at. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, my friends, peace out.